Alright. Hey everybody, this is Roy from DASHOTO.com, and today we're going to be unboxing and installing the A129 Duo. So let's get started. Alright, so this is the package, and we're just going to open her up. Take a look inside. Alright, so first here, we got our installation. This is the hardwiring kit. Here's the CPL filter. Oh, and then here's the actual unit itself, the A129 Duo dual channel Wi-Fi dash camera. So let's open her up. Okay, let's take a look at this right here. Looks like a pretty nice camera there. Got your little extra display for when you want to record and everything. All your inputs for USB, AV, and for connected to the rear part. And your little micro SD, so you can have some extra memory there so you can actually save what's going on. Camera for the unit, looking pretty solid. Okay, so right here we have the installation kit that comes with every purchase from DASHOTO.com. So when you order it from us, you know you're going to receive all this to help you install into your vehicle. So here we have everything that comes with the A129, and we'll be ready to go and start installing this. Let's go ahead and install it. Okay, so when you take off your fuse panel here, you should have a pretty good legend of what's going on. So what we're going to want to find is our accessory power, our constant 12 volt, and our ground. So here we're going to try to locate our constant 12. So we're going to go with this guy here. This is going to be a sunroof. So in this vehicle, and just with any vehicle, you want to test before you do it, before you start installing it anywhere. Just make sure it is a constant. So make sure your car is completely turned off. That way when you touch the fuse, if the light goes on with the circuit tester here, you're going to know that's your constant 12 volt. And then after that, we're going to look for our accessory. So off our panel of our fuse boxes, this guy right here is going to be our accessory. So with that held there, we want to turn the car's accessories on. Just by, if you have a push start, just push the button without decreasing on the pedal. And if you don't have push to start, just put the key into the ignition, into the accessory position, and you'll be able to do that. And then when you turn it off, the circuit light, the light in the circuit tester should also turn off as well. So, perfect. So we've located our accessory and our constant 12 volt, so we should be good for that. All that's left to do is to find the ground. Yeah, so this vehicle here, most of the ground connections for the actual vehicle are right here. So we're just gonna go off that as well. So we'll loosen that nut up, take that off, put our ground in there, and we should be good to go with that. Alright everyone, so now we're going to actually mount the dash cam itself. But before we do that, just a few things. You want to make sure that you have your micro SD card inserted beforehand. If you don't put it beforehand, you're going to get some errors pop up and you're going to have to start from the beginning. Also, you're going to notice that there's a input for power and one labeled for USB. So if you're using the Hardwire kit that was included, for the parking mode, you're going to want to connect it into the USB port. If not, just using the power here will not let you use the parking mode. So then, we'll start the car. Make sure everything starts up. And great. So when we're putting it up, we want to make sure that we center it and aim for about a 60-40 split. So by that I mean 60% ground and 40% sky. And you can just adjust the camera just using this guy here. So put it up there and probably go a little bit higher. And once we're there, make sure we center. Once you're happy with the mounting of it, then we'll continue to take our cables. And for this car here, we can just tuck it up through the top here. And we'll just do that all along once we're happy with where it's all settled. So now with the Hardwire kit, we want to make sure we put our switch setting to 12 volt. With 11.8 volt, it's just going to cut off everything too late. And anything higher than 12 volt is not going to give you, it's going to kill early during the parking mode. So you're not going to get as much time on there. So the best recommended time is, or recommended setting is 12.0 volts. Okay, so the nice thing with this dash cam is that it actually has Wi-Fi capabilities. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. So if it is recording, you can tell by the top left hand corner, that little red dot blinking. You want to turn that off so that we can actually access the menu. Once in the menu, we just need to scroll down to our Wi-Fi settings. And typically it will default at 2.4 gigahertz. So we can change that to 5 gigahertz. And once we have that all set up, we should be good to go. And you'll see the little Wi-Fi signal come on, and it's just setting itself up. And then you'll also be able to tell by the little Wi-Fi signal at the top and the little red button here indicating that that's turned on. Anytime after that, whenever you want to turn the Wi-Fi on and off, you just need to hold this button here. So that there, we turn it off. And once again, if you want to turn it back on, just hold it and it will do so. That's how you set up the Wi-Fi on this bad boy. Okay, so now we're gonna hook up our phone to the dash cam itself using the app. So what you want to do if you're using an iPhone, just a quick note, is first go into your settings connect to your Wi-Fi. And we'll just choose our 5G VIOFO.